Ready? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to A Certain Point of View and our latest match reaction. We have the Pride representing the Den and the Butcher Boys representing the Dungeon. Ben Goddard, Rachel Silvestrini, and Vinny Mancuso and Owen Mugen. The latter being brand new competitors to this league. The former, Rachel Silvestrini, a well-known name in the league, but Ben Goddard only have one match under his belt, but making a name for himself in his own right. Mm-hmm. We're here. That is Brian. I am Jake, and thank you guys for joining us. If you have not beforehand, make sure you guys check out our other reactions as well. Two brand new teams here for the league. The shuffle and the draft and everything kind of shifted this around, and we have two brand new players representing a faction that we've been looking for more of this season so far. Yeah. I'm going to be taking the Pride on this one just because I know them a little bit more. It's strictly based off of that. I like Rachel Silvestrini a lot. I think that she can do well partnering with Ben Goddard. But we shall see what happens with the Butcher Boys.
We are in agreement. That's who I'm going with. Den was
very
my
rare
team for the year, so gonna stick with them.
Kaiser
today.
Versus Kate.
Should be a mess.
Quite interesting. So with that said, let's go ahead and get to the pre-match smack talking.
Actually attractive either.
Right.
So the Butcher Boys taking on the Pride. We had a pregame interview with each team. Let's see what they had to say.
So you're gonna have to tell me who we playing? Rachel, what's her nuts, and Bagel Ben, baby boy, baby boo bagel boy.
Oh, hi guys. You're looking at the Pride of the Den.
So let me introduce you to the Butcher Boys. They came here for two reasons. One, to run through the teams division, and two, to steal Harloff's stereo out of his Nissan Altima.
Who are these nobodies?
One of them's got a jean vest on, and I gotta tell you, I really like it, and that's not a good thing.
Oh, everybody's talking about Kaiser had a bad draft. The Dungeon's gonna be in shambles this year. You know what I like to say about people like that? You got no vision. My track record in the Schmoedown speaks for itself. I turned nobodies,
No offense,
into stars. You saw what I did with Oyama. You saw what I did with Smets. This ain't gonna be no different. These guys are ready to roll.
John Rocco was talking about the tragedy of him being drafted 4th round. Oh, you poor baby, you were protected. Oh, yeah. I was drafted 5th. Are you kidding me? I took Roca to the ropes. It was the last question. Y'all slept on Rachel Silvestrini, no more. And let me not forget the other half of the Pride, okay?
You guys saw what I did to RB3. Didn't even break a sweat. The best part of Brett's match was when I celebrated with him. That's all people came to see. That's all you tune in to see on SCN Live. You're here to see me.
Now, I know you like to take a bite out of the competition, so here's some ribs for you. Okay, made those last night. Okay, and I got a bar of soap because I know I'm going to have to wash your mouth out later.
And let me tell you something about Rachel Copperpot and Benny Bagel Bites. Those two are more concerned about playing Candyland with the humanoids than winning this match.
Kaiser, a.k.a. dumber Seth Rogen. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what he said, because when these two sweep the floor with his voice, it doesn't matter. Laugh with me.
He's drinking out of a blender. It's pretty amazing. Interesting. We do have an ad come up, guys.
And 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I mean, don't.
Oh, we'll take an ad for
The Mandalorian.
Mandalorian any day.
Yeah, I still don't get a sense of who the Butcher Boys are exactly at this point. They didn't really say anything like a Silvestrini or a Ben Goddard said, but they're brand new, so they're still getting the ropes or getting a hang of the ropes and how this kind of goes down. So yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, like Kaiser did most of the talking, so
As he always does.
But yeah, I'm
Maybe that's
curious.
just how the dungeon rolls. I think Kaiser does the talking.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it a little bit is. But when you have someone with a mouth like Kaiser, might as well just let him.
I will say he mentioned how everybody's saying how Kaiser had a bad draft. Didn't have a great one.
Only 2 recognizable names, I think.
Didn't have a great one. So
we'll see.
let's go ahead and get to the strengths, and then we'll get to the introductions.
But it also can mean a quick exit. The Butcher Boys are who I have my eye on, possibly to pull the upset here today.
All right, give me the tail of the tape there, buddy.
The tail of the tape for the Butcher Boys. They are very good cutting veal. They'll even do a lamb, and they will certainly do a porterhouse.
Nice.
The Pride, on the other hand, look, Ben Goddard, you know he knows a lot about new releases. Like we said, Rachel Silvestrini, Disney movies, and they both know a whole lot about romantic comedies, the movies that make us believe that love could actually exist.
Do the
She
Butcher Boys
criminally
actually
went
have
to
any
the
real
5th
strengths?
round.
Oh yeah, they're actually really good at dramas, action, adventure, and you know Owen Mugen loves him some sci-fi. So if he gets a Star Trek question, look the F out.
All right, so with that, I ask you, are you ready?
I am ready because I believe it's time.
It is time.
I did it
for
right.
the movie trivia Schmoedown.
I did it right. I set him up.
3 rounds in the team's division. Introducing first, led to the ring by their manager, Kaiser, representing the dungeon, making their Schmoedown debut. Vinny, the Ice Pick Mancuso, and Owen Mugen, the Butcher.
Yay!
Oh, wow, and Video Drew there as well.
And Smats.
Mats is here. There's Vinny drinking what appears to be a margarita.
That's originally who Video Drew wanted to be partnered up with.
Oh.
Didn't go down because she wasn't on the dungeon at the time.
Greetings on.
She's like a cheerleader that came back from the dead.
That's right. And Kaiser wearing a Faith No More shirt. That is indeed epic.
All right. And their opponents, representing the Den, led to the ring by their manager, Kate the Mouth Mulligan, making their Schmoedown team debut. Rachel, the Shooting Star Silvestrini, and Ben, the Bandit Goddard. This is the Pride.
little Sean Sullivan with the Mando.
It's actually Sean Sullivan, Christian. And the equally bearded Brandon Hanna. And then here's Rachel, and there's Ben, and there's the Den Mother herself. Kate Mulligan cozying up to Video Drew. What's happening there?
Oh, pulling the Bateman. Pulling the Bateman. Interesting.
That's he likes to get very active.
I'm very excited to see what Ben Goddard does because the idea behind
All this
his
talent is a strong word, but look at everybody up there.
It's like a bad musical cast. Oh, here we go.
Tricks are for kids. Playtime's over, Rugrats.
All right.
I don't know Hanson when you need him.
Is that still a brand? Because if it is still a brand, we're
Ooh,
going
I
to blur
smell
that out.
that
It is
happy
still-
bag. Not a good one.
I'm very interested to see what
Brought to you by
what
General
else
Mills.
Ben
What a
Goddard
bird
does
from
throughout
aisle
the season
7
because
in your
his
neighborhood Rouse.
nickname
Those are my
is
producers,
it's
that say,
he's
"Don't
meant to
do that,
steal
you're
other
not a sponsor."
personas,
And we move
and I
on to the
believe if I'm not
road
mistaken he
of
did
round
come out with
number
a
one.
cowboy
Ladies and
hat at
gentlemen,
one
this
point
is a
walking
team
out with the match
format in round
in
number one. It is an
Turoka.
individual
This time he pulled a
exercise
Bateman,
of movie
so it's gonna be
trivia.
very interesting going
You may
forward.
not rely on the strength
But
of
for
the
now,
partner.
our round one rules, guys, very simple. We keep it just like them. You guys are probably seeing a fluffy little tail pop around here
That's
and
our
there.
third co-host.
It is the pup Kylo, but ours is very simple. Whiteboard for whiteboard, just like they do. No steals or anything like that. It's very simple. Round two, we do the same as them as well, but the only thing here is that we flip a coin to see which person we get to go with. So if Brian picks and it's heads, it lands on heads. He gets to choose the team that he's going with. And he sticks with them. We do steals and everything like that. The only difference is if they answer a question quicker than we do, we don't get awarded the point. And say that we get a 2-point answer correct, but they get a multiple choice, we still award ourselves the 2 points. Third round as well, we flip a coin, and we get to pick the competitor for that as well. So,
You're like
thank you guys for
Alice
joining
now.
us.
You've got the rules.
Yeah. I got to start going round by round
allowed
instead of
to
just doing
smoke
all
in
at once.
Not right now.
Are we allowed to
maybe if you
smoke
win.
in here?
Then, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
All right, first request we've ever had for smoking. Not on air.
It's bad for you, kids, but it looks cool.
Right.
But it's bad.
We're going to cut all
Don't
that
do
out.
it.
Action adventure is the first category here, ladies and gentlemen. In which 90s action film does Dennis Hopper play a villain who says, "Pop quiz, hot shot"?
I was always up for the pop quizzes in school. You know, I like being. I prefer a spur of the moment test than something you had to study for.
Let's take a wild guess here.
Well, 5.
Wake Forest University graduate.
I'm probably going to be
3
really
Mark
mad and
Ellis.
frustrated about the movie that it is, but I
1.
don't know.
Ben?
Speed?
Yes. Vinny?
That's
Said
a
lethal
speed.
weapon.
Yes. And Rachel?
Speed.
And Owen?
That would be speed.
Everybody got it. All right. So
All right.
good start here from the teams.
And the hot tub is frothing as we move on to new releases. These are movies recently released in theaters. Which actress starred in the 2019 films Fighting with My Family and Midsommar?
Or Midsummer.
It is Midsommar, Christian.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Take it easy, will you?
I will not.
Oh, fine.
Midsommar.
So, that angry you.
I spend my Sommars in Williamsburg, Virginia.
4, 3, 2, 1, and we start with Vinny.
Florence Pugh.
There it is.
You spelled it right. Yes.
There it is.
Yes. And Owen
I just gave her last name.
didn't have it. Okay. And Ben.
Florence Pugh.
Okay, so everybody except Owen had it on that one.
That's
So
right.
the Pride goes up 4-3. 4-3. Okay, next question here. Dramas. Who stars as Whitey Bulger in the crime drama Black Mass?
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So on Jeopardy, a lot of times they just answer the last name, and Alex seems to be okay with that.
Count it.
Is that true?
Maybe, but that's not. He doesn't
I know
run
it's not
game.
our rules. I'm asking about the Jeopardy rules.
I don't know.
Can I have a
Makuga,
conversation
5.
with you?
No.
That is not
4.
about the Schmoedown?
No.
That's Makuga.
3. You sound like my wife. 2. Great. 1. Pens down, please, and we start with Rachel.
Johnny Depp.
Yes. Owen
Johnny Depp.
and Ben.
Johnny Depp.
Vinny.
Johnny Depp.
There we go.
There we go. The margaritas are working so far. We move on to comic book movies. These are movies based on comic books. And your question, who plays the character Perry White in the film Man of Steel? You talk about getting lambasted on the message boards.
Oh,
I still remember
I-
my review
I just
of
remember
Man of
that.
Steel. Not well received
No.
by the community.
It's like, no, they didn't like what you
I,
said.
I enjoyed the film.
Not at the time you didn't. 5.
I
4.
go back and watch it.
3. 2.
It's a little
Trying to
bland.
blank on his
1.
name.
Pens down. And Owen.
Laurie Fishburne.
Yes.
That's
Lawrence
I couldn't
Fishburne.
think of his name.
Lawrence Fishburne.
And Rachel.
Lawrence Fishburne.
There we go.
There it is.
They're both doing really. All teams doing really well
Only
here. Only
name.
1 point
Actually, I'm
thus
not gonna
far.
even say it.
Question
What?
5 is
No.
fantasy sci-fi. In which 90s sci-fi action film does a crew operate 2 space shuttles called the Freedom and Independence?
Begs the question, if I gave you a space shuttle, which I might do at some point.
Yeah, sure.
What are you naming it? What's the name?
Garfield. No?
I'm giving you a space shuttle and
Yeah.
you're naming it Garfield?
Why not? I like lasagna.
Better than Heathcliff.
5, 4.
Can you
no, 2,
repeat
3.
the question, please?
Yes. In which 90s sci-fi action film does a crew operate 2 space shuttles called the Freedom and Independence? That's the first repeat there by the Butcher Boys.
Did you name your shuttle Garfield because you looked at my jacket?
That's exactly why. I did. Yeah.
Then I'll name mine Odie.
Good. Why did I look like Odie? 5, 4,
Can't respond.
John was a weird guy.
2. He was. 1. Pens down, please, and we start with Ben.
Armageddon.
Yes, Vinny.
I drew a bunch of lines and stuff.
So no, that was incorrect.
Good one.
Right?
Event Horizon.
No, and
Armageddon.
so Owen got it. Owen keeps the Butcher Boys in the game, but Ben Goddard now is the only one who has not missed.
Yes, he is still perfect.
Ooh, he's
and
never
if
missed
he
a first round
remains perfect
question.
For the rest of this
He got a
round,
perfect
then
in this
Goddard will
game,
be asked
too.
a bonus question just for him. But before that, we get to category number 6, which is in the world of comedies.
Delayed.
Great crowd.
I
Great
don't
crowd.
believe you.
Little delayed.
And your question is, in what Adam Sandler comedy will you find the fictional college football team, the Louisiana Cougars?
Oh.
Extra 2 seconds, and you get to watch your Frozen.
I was born. We need to find the.
Go ahead and say it.
What?
Oh, come on. That was a Cougar joke waiting to happen.
Oh, no. I was thinking about your football team, the Florida State Seminoles.
Only lost to you.
Falling on hard times.
Eat it. 5. 4.
Again, we could have just had a conversation.
3. No, I don't like you. 2.
You turned into Kaiser.
1. God help us all. And start with Vinny.
Waterboy?
Yes. Rachel?
Plays that foosball.
Yes. Owen?
Waterboy.
And?
Waterboy.
Yes.
It's the Waterboy, but there's not another movie called Waterboy, so they're okay.
Horror/thriller. Who plays the marine biologist Matt Hooper in Jaws?
Oh my goodness!
You ever see this movie?
I'm not gonna remember
6
the
times?
name.
Pretty good, but never
I
so.
have the face in my
Jaws of Revenge
head.
was on TV last night.
Oh, that's the one I was.
And it's gonna destroy
The
me.
shark
5
has ESP.
4. It's ridiculous. 3.
Repeat the question.
First one.
What?
Who plays marine biologist
Armageddon.
Matt Hooper in Jaws?
So anyway, the shark has ESP, right?
Yes.
And it just wants to
Oh
eliminate
my God,
everybody in the
why-
bloody family,
I
so it
don't
swims
understand
all
why
the
I'm
way down to
blanking
the
on this
Bahamas,
right
where
now.
great whites cannot live,
I know, it's amazing.
just to kill a Brody.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We start with Rachel.
Couldn't pull it.
Didn't have it. Owen?
Richard Dreyfuss.
Yes, Richard Dreyfuss is correct.
Okay.
Yep, Richard Dreyfuss.
And
Richard
Richard Dreyfuss
Dreyfuss.
ties it up. So now it's tied. However, even though it is tied, we get to animated. Now, Ben Goddard, should he hit this one?
Should he hit this one?
It is a perfect game for him and only him.
And it is a toughie.
All right.
Like Christian said, this is
Kate
in
in
the
the
world of
background.
animated movies drawn by hand or on a computer. The question, who provides the voice of Princess Anna in Frozen?
I always mix up which one they
Anna.
are.
I literally said it like
I
that.
know, but it's also written that way, so I wanted to read and do credit to the writers.
Do you know Anna spends
heard
her Somars in...
Somewhere. 5,
I was trying to think
4,
of
3,
like a Disney town.
2,
Briarwood.
1. And we start with Owen.
Kristen Bell.
Yes.
Oh, I got the wrong one. I always mix up who they are.
Vinny?
Kristen Bell.
Yes. And
Kristen
Rachel.
Bell.
Kristen. All right. So it is tied.
You would think that
It is
Kristen Bell
tied.
would do Elsa, because she's the more recognizable
However,
name.
Now Ben Goddard has a chance to put the
But
pride
because of the songs,
within
they chose
one.
Idina Menzel.
By one, if he hits
That's what I
this
thought
box, for you and only you,
before I even saw the
do not
movie. I
have
thought
to
the
write
entire
it down,
time that
you
Kristen
just
Bell
have to
was
answer.
Elsa. I had no
I
idea.
always mix up
Here we go.
the names of the
In
two.
which 1983 film will you hear a criminal say, "The world is yours"?
Scarface?
That's correct.
All right,
Wow.
Ben Goddard. He knows his 80s
Wow.
crime films.
Goddard. Holy.
Ben Goddard carrying over what he did against RB3.
Wow.
And showing that he is
Goddard
he does
showing
have
up,
his
man.
rookie
This-
sensation thing around him, too. A perfect round. Look at him.
That's fine. That's fine.
We said it on one of our shows. Goddard right now, and we know it's early, but he could have Rookie of the Year in the bag pretty quickly. He is showing up big
A
time.
little bit of a refresher from their manager. We move on to round number 2, which is known as the wheel round. Today's wheel provided
Again,
by
for our
the
round 2, guys, we flip a coin here, and the winner of the coin flip gets to pick the team that they are choosing, and that is before they see the category that is spun. And we will walk you guys through 2 points, 1 point steal, stuff like that as the round goes on. But why don't you go ahead and start the flip today, Ryan?
Scarlett Johansson's on
So, if either team spins Adam Sandler and keeps it and chooses to hear questions
Tails.
from the world of Adam Sandler, we'll say the name of that patron. Thank you
Heads.
for all your support.
I really have to
picking
thank
the
Multiple. We have
Pride.
a lot of new patrons this season, especially after the Roka documentary and all these new things coming out. There's so many new patrons that we say thank you. If you're watching for the first time, you want to be a patron, make sure you go and check it out. It is patreon.com/Schmoedown.
Yeah,
so thank
that
you.
Roka documentary is
It's
great.
great,
Whatever
wasn't it?
happened to that guy?
He's still a reigning teams champion.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's
Well,
87 years old.
Probably
Hey,
catch up with
yo.
those. Anyway, in round number 2, now the teams may confer on each and every question. As this is the team format, once you settle on a category, you're going to hear 6 questions from that
God, he was
particular
down there.
wheel slice.
Yeah,
Each
he's
question's
knocked
worth
out
2
right now.
points. However, stealing is available in round number 2, so if you're not sure of the answer, you and your teammate may ask us for multiple
He's
choice.
not as jittery
We'll
as he
give you
was
4
last
options,
time we
one
were
of which
doing
is the
this.
correct answer. At that point,
Tail
the
is just
question
back and
goes
forth
down
here.
to 1. The Pride, sitting in the higher ranked chair, also has a 1-point lead. So Ben, Rachel, the choice is yours. Would you like to spin the wheel first or defer to your Butcher Boy opponents?
We're gonna go first.
They're going to go first, and it does appear Ben is going to be giving the spin.
So Ben is.
Isn't he
Ben,
like
look
the-
at the swagger.
isn't he like
That's
the wheel
right.
guy, though?
He does. I mean, he's proven himself.
Oh, he did it again.
That's all right.
That's a good
That's
spin.
another
It goes around.
Ben looks 80% cool, 20% blind with those sunglasses.
30. All right, and here's the spin. Uh-oh.
It's going around.
Uh-oh. But he's getting
It could be Sandler, Christian.
It is Sandler. Adam Sandler.
Okay.
Are they going to keep
So
Adam
Sandler's the pick.
It might be.
And here comes Rachel wearing
see.
her Wake Forest University colors.
We're going to see if they actually choose Adam Sandler.
Right.
They're going to stick with it.
Rachel, a big Demon Deacon fan.
No.
They're going to keep it. Which
I mean, I've seen a bunch of them, but
the patron. How about a huge
Not
hand
to the
for
point of
Susie?
studying
No.
or
Ladies and gentlemen. Big fan. Big fan.
I could walk away with a few steals.
Just kidding. And thank you to all of our patrons. We could not
pretty sure
do
I've
this
seen
show
everyone.
without
I just don't know.
All right, so Mark, you want to bring these questions up here?
I will bring these
Get a
questions up.
non-frozen margarita in a
Why don't you do
blender.
it?
All right, let's start with Adam
It was
Sandler.
frozen like 10 minutes ago.
Here we go. First question. Adam Sandler plays Barry Egan, who's a man who owns a company that markets themed toilet plungers and other novelty items. In which film?
No, that's not it.
5, 4.
Multiple.
Is it A, Spanglish, B, Reign Over Me, C, Men, Women, and Children, or
I
D,
am
Punch
going
Drunk
to go
Love?
Punch Drunk Love. Even though my brain's telling me Spanglish.
D.
D, Punch Drunk Love is correct
Nice.
for 1 point.
They had to go to multiple choice. Smart move because I think the Butcher Boys had that one.
Adam Sandler voices the character of Donald the Capuchin Monkey in which 2011 family film?
The capuchin monkey?
Sure. You want to correct me on air? That's fine.
You did your best.
I did.
God, these are two. Wow.
You got the point. 5, 4.
There's no way I get
3.
this.
Multiple.
Is it A, Hotel Transylvania, B, 8 Crazy Nights, Z, Zookeeper, D,
I'm gonna say-
G-Force?
Oh,
Zookeeper.
Zookeeper.
Oh,
Zookeeper.
oh
Next up, a
man.
classic starring Kevin James.
That's
Who plays Lucy Whitmore, Henry's love interest with short-term memory loss in the film 50 First Dates?
Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore.
For 1 point.
I was
is correct.
overthinking that.
That is 2 points. That is
2 points. 2 points. Sorry, 2 points.
How
2 points.
dare you?
2 points.
You Capuchin monkey.
That's right.
I might have to go
All
back
right,
on the
last
tape
one.
on the previous
G-Force was
question.
that
Who
hamster
plays
one.
Satan in Little Nicky?
Oh, I don't know his name. I love that. Is one of my top.
Harvey Keitel.
2 points.
Okay, I wouldn't
Nice.
That's good.
I've only ever seen that movie once, and it was
Lucifer,
like
but Harvey
over a
Keitel
decade
is
ago.
Satan, two very different
I was
characters
thinking of
in Little Nicky.
Rodney
That
Dangerfield,
is- that's 4
but he's
That is 4 questions, 2 more.
he's like a minion or
Here's the
something.
prize.
All right. Who plays the role of James Caretaker Farrell in The Longest Yarn?
Chris Rock.
It's Chris Rock.
For 2 points.
Greatest comic of all time, in my opinion.
And last one. In the film Hotel Transylvania, who voices the character of the Invisible Man?
Oh.
I'm so glad I didn't get this category.
I
I mean, there's a few questions I want to get.
5,
I'm gonna say
4, 3.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, David Spade, B, John Lovitz, C, Kevin James, D,
I'm gonna say
Steve Buscemi?
David
I'm sorry,
Spade.
can you say C again? We missed it.
Kevin James, D, Steve Buscemi.
So can we get the multiple? We get one for your multiple
Yeah.
choice. We'll do it again.
A, David Spade, B, John Lovitz, C, Kevin James, D, Steve Buscemi. Pressure really threw him off, huh?
David Spade.
It's correct for 1 point.
Yeah, it was the pressure question, not your funny
I think I
makeup
didn't
voices.
jump the gun on that because I was gonna
So
say
that
Kevin
was 6,
Smith.
yes?
That is 6, yes.
6. So with that,
Kevin Smith
the
was an
Bride
option.
sees himself up 10.
It's a
Kevin
good
James.
round.
Or Kevin
Good
James, sorry.
round to.
They went to multiple.
See, I would've
You
completely
didn't
messed it up.
miss any, and they got nothing stolen from them.
Yeah,
so.
they did not give the Butcher Boys a chance to get up off.
All
the
right,
ground.
I have no idea what I'm getting here with the
Deficit
Butcher
that they
Boys.
face As they step up to the wheel.
I'm hoping they
So,
get.
Owen Vinny, who's
I'm hoping
gonna
they
be
get
doing
a
the
punch
spinning?
choice
It is gonna
because
be
it feels.
Owen.
I feel
Owen's
like
going
both
for
of
it.
their
Now,
strengths
they hit a
have nothing to do
strength,
with mine.
And, they can, and, they can
And maybe the
really
pride
run
will
the
give him
board
something
here. They
I
can find
like.
themselves up a
Maybe.
couple points. So we're going to find out exactly what happens
Yeah,
here
there's-
as Owen spins the wheel.
There's not a lot on there
There's
that I
the
like.
spin.
I would have loved to get that wizard.
The Butcher Boys here
I
trying
have a
to
feeling
make
you're gonna
this
end up with
Star
Scarlett
Trek
Johansson.
tattoos.
No.
And look at the pride though. Ben
I have a
Goddard
feeling
has
I'm gonna end up Kevin
definitely
Smith.
shown that he is not a fluke after that.
I like
Harvey
Owen's
Smith.
jacket. It's like
Oh.
Indiana Jones
Oh,
on
yes.
it.
Oh, and
It is
Oh!
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson.
I don't know who that is.
Joe.
They were definitely Ben
It was a
Goddard
joke.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna spin it again.
Oh, well, there you go.
There it is.
It's gonna be something that I just don't like at all.
I'm.
Spin.
And
I hope
Kate
you got
Mulligan, the dead
Wizarding
mother, can
World.
barely
F
watch.
that.
She's
I
so
hope you got
excited.
it.
Yeah, you would 100% walk away with the
You
win.
can't see her on camera.
You would
She's
walk away with
slouched
the win
in
for
like
sure.
a Puma
I didn't even
This
think
is
about
not a good spin
Yeah.
though here. Look at this. It looks like it's gonna do exactly what they wanted it to do.
See?
Kevin Smith.
Called it.
Kevin Smith
Called it.
film.
Kevin Smith.
I knew it. I knew it.
This is good for you though
No.
because no. Because
I don't know if it's one of their strengths though. Multiple choice could be out of the question. That's the problem.
That's true.
I don't know if it's one of their strengths.
But I wouldn't. I'm definitely not gonna be able to steal anything
Maybe not
probably
your
from you.
choice, but
Oh
the
man,
Kevin
I only
Smith
know a
for you, so you will
handful.
hear
If
6
that, I
questions
mean,
in that category. Your first question for 2 points. In the 1999 film Dogma,
See?
which comedic actor plays Rufus, the 13th apostle?
no clue. I need multiple choice.
It's Chris Rock.
Once again, in my opinion,
Two
the
Chris
greatest
Rock
comic of all time.
answers.
2 points. Your next question, gentlemen, as you
won.
celebrate your one answered question correct.
Where's more?
Yoga Hosers takes place in what country?
Just say
Oh,
it.
Canada.
Canada.
2 more points.
I should have just made you keep writing.
Two-point question.
Going to within striking distance.
Sorry. I should have. No. You did right.
Your next question.
That's a 1 point.
Adele Dazeem.
It's our turn, please.
Sass.
Drink your melted
Yes.
margarita.
There we go.
Thank you. The voice of reason, Vinny, the guy with the sleeveless denim jacket.
I bought this.
All right. Your next question, pulling us to halfway in this round number 2 in the world of Kevin Smith. In which Kevin Smith film does Ben Affleck's brother Casey have a quick cameo?
There's so many it could be.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Mallrats, B, Chasing Amy, C, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
I'm gonna
or D,
say B.
Clerks 2?
I'm gonna say Chasing Amy. I don't really.
5.
Yeah, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
That is incorrect.
That is messed up.
Your options for the Pride: A, Mallrats, B, Chasing Amy, C, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, or D, Clerks 2.
Chasing Amy.
That's a point. That's a big
good steal.
That wasn't a steal.
Or not steal.
Yours would have been a
Good.
steal.
They lived up to that promise.
point.
We go back to the Butcher Boys. 3 questions remain in round number 2. Your next question: what comic book legend plays himself in the film
Oh my
Mallrats
God.
as he dispenses
Why am I
advice
blanking on
to
his?
Brody?
It's.
It'd be a stand.
Oh my God! Why did I blink on his name?
I didn't even hear the answer because you
Butcher
were
Boys,
blah
you
blah blah.
have 2
Who was
questions
it?
left in the world
It's
of Kevin Smith.
Stan Lee.
Your penultimate question: in 2010's classic Cop Out, Jimmy Monroe, and Paul Hodges are detectives with which city?
I'm gonna just throw a random city out there.
We got multiple choice.
I can provide that. Is it A, Los Angeles, B, Miami, C, Cleveland, or D, New York?
I'm gonna say Cleveland.
Damn you. I need to pick a different one though.
Cleveland, Ohio.
It is not Cleveland, Ohio. Once again, the Pride your options. Is
It's
it A, Los
probably-
Angeles, B, Miami, C, Cleveland, or D,
I'm
New
gonna go
York?
with New York.
It is New York for a point. And the squeaky wheel getting the grease, Christian.
It's funny 'cause I picked,
They've also been getting some
Detroit,
steals.
so
that's what I was thinking, too.
Close to,
Go back
yeah.
to the Butcher Boys.
Originally when
Your
I wrote
last
it.
question
Okay.
in the world of Kevin Smith for 2 points to pull within 4 going into the final round. In Clerks, Randall asks Dante which Star Wars film he prefers. What is Dante's answer?
I'm gonna guess it's a joke, so I'm gonna say
5, 4.
I'm hoping for multiple
3.
choice.
Can you repeat the question?
I certainly can.
Second one.
For a JT rule. In the film Clerks, Randall asks Dante which Star Wars film he prefers. What is Dante's answer?
Is it Return of the Jedi?
That is incorrect for a big 2-point steal to Pride.
I'm
ooh.
I'm sorry, it's like they haven't seen a Kevin Smith movie.
The Phantom Menace?
What?
Okay, you're gonna have to give him a
Ooh.
contract.
4.
Three,
It's
two.
Empire.
1.
Empire Strikes Back.
It ran out of time.
Oh, it's almost like you've never seen a Kevin
Oh.
Smith movie before.
Uh-oh.
Oh, answer the question. Oh, it's almost like
Uh-oh.
they've never seen a Kevin Smith movie.
Uh-oh.
It's almost like they've never seen a
Uh-oh.
Oh my
So
goodness.
there's a challenge now.
Oh, and an ad. And an ad.
The ad is the
Interesting.
challenge time.
Interesting.
So we're gonna challenge that they were talking the whole time. Is that what?
I don't
it
know.
sounds like?
Well, Rachel Silvestrini did say Empire, but I don't know if she said Empire, but I don't know if they heard her or not.
All right, we are
Yeah, but don't
back
you need the
after
whole name?
conferring
I don't know,
with
I mean-
the manager of the Pride, Kate Mulligan, amongst ourselves. As the judges, we are going to rule that while it was a sloppy answer, Rachel Silvestrini said Empire.
See, yeah.
In the film Clerks,
It's-
one of Dante's answers is actually Empire. Added on to that is that Christian's countdown had hit 1. Ben Goddard threw in Empire Strikes Back before the count had gotten to 0. So we are going to give the 2-point steal to the Pride.
All right, now we
Wow.
find ourselves
Wow.
going into round number
All right,
3.
round
The
3.
Pride with an 8-point lead over the Butcher Boys.
3 big steals.
That's a big lead.
That netted them a
That's a
total of
big
4 points.
lead.
So it could
Okay,
be
what are you
a
thinking?
Very different ballgame. The Butcher Boys still have an opportunity here, but they're going to be playing from behind for the majority of round
As it
number
is.
3. They're going to have to answer. all
I'm gonna go Butcher
questions
Boys.
correctly,
I would
or
hope
at
so.
least their 3 and their 5 to have a chance.
You should just
against
say the
Pride.
person that's
All
down.
right, so
just
we
picks the one
start
that's
with the Pride
the
who
lower.
has the lead here. Mark, did you go over the rules?
I was about
Makes
to
sense.
after you set me up.
Instead of flipping the coin for the third
Mark,
round?
let's go over the rules for round
Well,
number
probably
1.
do that.
Christian,
I mean, it
I'll
makes
take the
sense.
ball
Change
from
it up a
you.
little bit?
In
If I
round
was
number 3,
behind and I
each
picked
team is going to hear 3 questions.
Pride, I'd be
However,
kind of an
the
idiot,
first
so.
and second question each team hears
I wonder if
are
we've done that
not
in the past.
answerable by
We
the
definitely
team
have.
consulting each other. It's an individual exercise. Here's how we get the questions. Each team gives us a series of numbers. These numbers can range from 1
Yeah, I'm down to do that.
20.
For now
Each
on,
number
third round
corresponds
goes
to a different part of movie, trivia, Schmoedown,
person who's
know-how.
down goes
Your
to
first question
the
is worth
team
2
who's
points.
down.
Your next one is worth 3 points, and your last one.
The only
should you make it
caveat
that far,
is if
worth
it's
5
like
big
23,
points.
22.
Once we tell the team.
Well, we have to settle on it. We have to settle on
The
something.
team must
We can't go
decide
back and
which
forth.
5 points or
will be
more.
answering that query individually. The opposite team member will be answering
I
the
don't know. We'll
3-point
figure it out.
question.
This
You
might
may
be a
only confer
discussion
your
we have
teammate for
with
the
Brad
5-point
on our show this
question.
week.
Yes,
Maybe we ask him.
So we
Maybe we ask
start
him.
now
Yeah, a little
with
plug.
Pride,
Yeah, check
who
that out,
has
guys.
the 8-point
Mr.
advantage
Brad
here.
Gilmore might be joining us
Please
this
pick
week.
3 numbers from 1 to 20.
3, 7, and 11.
3, 7, and 11.
All odds. Interesting choice.
And now for the Butcher Boys.
Kaiser, take a swing.
Where? 12, 20, 19.
12, 20, and 19 for the Butcher Boys. All right, so let's start now with the Butcher Boys, who will get Kaiser. We need you to get out of there. So now, now we
It's not like he's
start.
gonna help.
We start with the Butcher Boys, who chose category 12.
What's that category, Christian?
2-pointer is Sly and Arnie films. Who's taking Sly and Arnie films?
2 legendary thespians.
Yes.
All right, here you go.
Owen's taking.
Sly and Arnie. In which film does Arnold Schwarzenegger say the line? It's
Oh, that's easy.
Batman Forever?
What is Batman and Robin?
That is
Oh,
correct.
Batman and Robin. I don't know which ones they are.
All right,
Nice
so
to meet
now
you.
it
I don't
goes
know which
to
ones they
Vinny.
are.
Vinny needs to hit this 3-pointer here. If he hits
selected
it,
20.
If he hits it, they stay in the game. If he misses, the Pride will win via TKO. He chose number 20. All right, Vinny, you chose category number 20. That is the realm of comedy.
It's round 3, guys. This is serious.
Yeah, that's right. What is the collective name given to the trilogy of films Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End?
The Cortega trilogy.
The Cornetto trilogy.
That is correct. All right. Butcher Boys staying in it.
Ah!
So we get to a place where if the Butcher Boys hit their 5-pointer, they will bounce back to the Pride. However, if they miss, the Pride will still win via TKO. All right. So, category number 19, I believe. Number 19.
It is number 19, and reminder to the Butcher Boys, you may consult with your teammate on this question. Okay.
All right, here we go. The category is Julia Roberts films.
Oh, I like her.
In Mystic
Oh
Pizza,
man, never seen it.
what does Daisy fill Charlie's car with when she thinks she has caught him cheating on her? Can confer here, guys.
We have 1 JT rule.
We have 1 JT rule left, yes.
So it's a little bit of time.
5, 4,
JT, every question.
well, last one.
Fill her
In
car
Mystic
with.
Pizza, What does Daisy fill Charlie's car with when she thinks she has caught him cheating on her?
Have you seen the movie?
I have.
How recently?
Not in a while.
Can you recall it?
Peanuts.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say
Is
pizza
it golf
sauce.
balls?
And your winner, by way of technical knockout,
I want to know the answer.
Rachel Silverstreet, Ben Goddard, the Pride. Looking for
Oh my goodness.
So dramatic. The dramatic pause. And the answer is fish. Ew.
Okay, fish. Fish it is. That is that 2 points or
2 KO.
but is it different in teams?
I don't think so.
Okay, so 2 points for the Den. Where were they in the standings? They were like 3 or 4, right? They were tied for second.
They were the tied
third.
but they had the same.
So
points.
now they have solidified second place behind the FinStock Exchange. I think it's exactly what we expected from the Pride. Ben Goddard showed up big time. He is clearly showing that he is not just
messing around.
Not just that, but not your typical rookie who's getting used to the game. He's here to legitimately win.
Yeah, he's seen his fair share.
Yeah, I mean, he's part of the
already be
crew.
comfortable.
And Rachel Silvestrini, obviously being around for a while, it seems like a team that fits her. The Butcher Boys, still questionable, obviously. They're new, they're getting the hang of it, but I think that it went the way we expected it to.
Yeah, I'm not... 25 points is not a bad start. I mean, the first match in any type of anything for both of them. It came down to, well, Pride did have theirs, but it wasn't a one-sided match. The Butcher Boys held their own. I'm curious to see, maybe they would probably win against another just new random set of people, maybe. I don't know if I see them being a threat in teams, but not bad. I would actually like to see Vinny with Video Drew. I think that would have been a good team.
Yeah, unfortunately, we won't be able to see that.
These guys on a fantastic win today. Rachel, I see you beaming. This is kind of a new start for you because you've struggled a little bit in teams and you haven't always had a partner that can hold up their side of it. How does it feel to be playing with someone that elevates your play to that next level?
It is amazing. Ben got his perfect first round. I got the steals together. We are going to be unstoppable in this league. Anybody who is sleeping on either of us can go suck it.
Oh.
Phrasing. We are here to prove that we are contenders, and we're here for those belts.
I want to clarify, suck it is referring to a lollipop. Because we know that, if you ever feel like, oh, I'm so bored, I guess I'll just watch people dominate a league. I'll suck on a lot. That's what she was trying to get at. So, just want to clarify that.
Makes perfect sense. And Ben, you've really come into this league and just kind of asserted your dominance already. How does it feel to come in and make such an impact so quickly?
Just want to real quick clarify asserted dominance. She just means she's just.
He went from being so serious to
to
just
about
can't.
how good you are at the game. Don't answer any other questions, Benny boy. My perfect baby.
What she said.
Yeah. No, today was a great team win. Like I said, I managed to give us a 1 point lead in the first round. I did not know any of those Kevin Smith steal questions, so that was all Rachel. I got to give this getting up 8 points going into round 3. That puts a lot of pressure on them to get all 3 questions right. So this win is for sure Rachel's because her strength was Kevin Smith, and she just looked over me every time they got something wrong. She's like, I got this. So shout out to Rachel. So she did great.
But speaking of Kevin Smith, there was quite a bit of, I wouldn't call it trash talk, maybe a little more psychological warfare going on out there. What was going through your head out there, and why were you interacting with the other teams so much?
Well, I mean, if they're here to prove that they can hang, they have to prove that they can hang.
Ooh.
Whether it's smack talk or just getting time to think. I've had to face it. I've had to pull through it. Now they had to.
And it obviously did not go their way. But you did do a fantastic job with all those steals. Were you excited when they landed on Kevin Smith?
Oh, I was humming. I was so happy. I was like, well, if we're not going to get it, they're going to get it. And they did. And then we ruled.
I
Watched you crack your knuckles, and I said this is going to be absolutely filthy. Anyways, guys, congratulations on a victory today. And Rachel, like I said,
damn Kevin
it's just
Smith.
so good to see you. I feel like you finally found a match here. I feel like this could be a very special team to watch this season, and I'm really excited about it and excited for you.
I just am excited to stand next to you. I always am. You smell like an angel.
Back to you guys.
Well, there you go.
Can confer an angelic scent emanating from Jen Sturger.
But I think Jen was right, though. You can tell the smile on Rachel Silverstream's face that she knows.
Kaiser, I can already tell you are just...
But now we're going to find out what's inside the head of Vinny, Owen, the Butcher Boys as we turn it back to Jen Sturger.
You should have just left it. They're making the money.
Career, this isn't the class.
Although this is like the 5th one.
It's a little too many Harloff.
Kaiser, I can already tell you are just not in the mood to be messed with today.
I hated Kevin Smith's movies when I walked in. And I hate those piece of crap films even more now.
Oh.
But look, Smets is going to lock the Butcher Boys up in the dungeon for a couple hours, feed them a few thousand questions, and we're going to get these guys back on stride. They're ready to play. They're ready to drink, clearly. Look, old Fanny Pack Mulligan and the Yahtzee twins had a good day at the office. So, what can you say? It just wasn't our day, but we'll be back.
Hi, thank you, Jen. This was such a very fun game for us to play. Of course, going so early in the morning, it's natural that people who have never played before versus children who've been playing this game a little while, they're going to have a little bit of a temper tantrum. But that's okay. We still had a fun time playing, and I hope to see Iceman and whoever very soon.
You know you weren't playing, right?
Uh-huh.
So I saw you guys get a little animated, especially during the Kevin Smith questions. Was it more about their disrespect, or was it about them talking while you guys were trying to come up with answers and work together?
It was I would say, a punishing, highly disrespectful interruption designed to really make Vinny go into a rage.
In hindsight, this did not help.
It usually never does. I'm still wondering what's in there, and second of all, if you're going to get mono, because I saw multiple people taking sips out of it during the
Kaiser did.
And let's be clear, this game has showed us a very good thing, which is don't get too cocky, or else maybe you're going to run out the buzzer and not say the one answer you definitely know.
That's the smartest thing you've ever said, Drew.
Oh.
The dungeon may have had a tough go at it today, but you know what? We still got players who are ready to get after it this year. These guys are rookies. They're going to have their slips, but they're going to be back. I got Parker coming out. Smasher's going to be defending that title. This does not shake us, okay? The dungeon is reborn. The dungeon will be back, and we're ready to get fired up for the next match. That's all, man.
Ladies night on Tuesdays.
It was the circus we thought it would be.
Oh, video
It's
Drew.
the circus we thought it would be.
Yeah, I hope that the dungeon can kind of get back into it, because they obviously Kaiser was in the mix all last year, and even though it was just Smets and Oyama, it's a little different this year. It's really going to test him as manager to see how he really does.
Yeah, Kaiser is winless. He still has yet to win a match for the dungeon, so one wonders, do things need to be changed? Do people need to be moved? Is it still too early to even think that? I mean, we haven't seen his best two competitors. We haven't seen Smets, and we haven't seen Robert Parker. But we've now seen 3 matches with 0 wins. So what is it that needs to give, change? Or is it just these are good people and they just happen to be losing every single time? So I don't know. I'm starting to think that maybe they might need to move some people around.
Yeah, and we don't know what's going to happen with everything going on in the world either, as far as matches played and how it's all going to shake out. But some managers some factions could come out of it struggling just because of everything going on. If they do some matches, it'll be probably players who are LA based because of travel and stuff. And if Kaiser has some people who are not in LA, that's going to hurt him. And obviously we know that Smets has a match coming up at some point, and hopefully that's soon. I'm sure that one is prioritized over most because it is a title fight.
Yeah.
And so we shall just see what happens with the dungeon for now. But I do think that at some point things will be kicked up in a high gear for him, and they'll be able to figure it out because it is Kaiser. He showed himself last year, and I think I think he's ready to kind of maybe shift some things around, like you're saying, whether it's a trade or, maybe I don't know if they're allowed to switch team members or something, but hopefully it does kind of change for him, because I would love to see Kaiser in the mix with a Roxy and Bobby Gucci and a Winston, because it's more fun that way for us.
Yeah, you want to see him in the mix so we can trash talk.
Exactly.
Even better.
Exactly. All right, guys. Well, there it is. Our reaction for the Pride versus the Butcher Boys. Brian walks away with the victory on this one.
How many did you get?
I think I had 10.
Okay.
So what? 12? Yeah. So 12 to 10. Don't worry, we're getting out of here. So
don't worry.
This is a certain point of view match reactions. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter, where all of our stuff is posted, as well as conversations with fans and players and managers. We're doing polls, stuff like that. So check that out there. You guys can find us on YouTube, of course, which is where you're watching right now, probably.
Dork.
Good Lord. And of course on audio as well. You guys can find us on podcast platforms, and our main show is up on there weekly. It's usually released on Wednesdays, sometimes on Thursdays, depending on schedules. You guys can find that on Anchor, Apple, Spotify, Google, up on there. And as I mentioned during the reaction, there is a good possibility, more than likely, that we're going to be joined by Brad Gilmore this week, guys. He'll be joining us on the show, someone we've been looking forward to have for a long time, and it finally seems to be happening. So that is Brian. I am Jake. This is A Certain Point of View, and that is Kylo. Thank you guys for joining us. See you guys next time.